Hello everyone, this is Martina. Let's talk about the supplements a little bit today. I do see quite often that people take certain compounds, either one or multiple, to enhance their health from some reason in a prophylactic, meaning preventive way, right? Now, there are certain regions and the countries that are more sober in taking some supplements than the others. The fact is that it is common practice to take some. Now, what needs to be said also that the supplements market is quite unregulated. And definitely if you live in US, it's completely unregulated. And you can find there anything and everything, and that is rather sometimes shocking what is being put on the market for human to buy with the best trust of health enhancement, right? Now, in Europe, supplement market is regulated somewhat, but it doesn't mean that the quality of the products that we can find in Europe is just wonderful and great. That is very far from the truth. Now, I do not support taking single standing industrially made produced products as preventive day-to-day measure, really. And there are multiple reasons why I do not think this is really the best way how to be healthy, and some of the reasons we will touch today. Nonetheless, at the same time, I need to say that there will be certain cases where supplementing certain compounds is beneficial or even necessary. An example of that would be a long-term vegan. If you are a long-term vegan, I hope you do take certain compounds which cannot be really found in the plants and are found in the animal products, or the absorption of that kind of compound is really very difficult from the plants, right? So that would be exception. But for the general public and the carnivores who do eat certain amount of animal products, it is rather unnecessary to really supplement something, given the diet and nutrition is well combined and well balanced, right? Now, if you do decide to take certain micronutrients or vitamins or whatever it may be in a form of industrially made compound, now there are a few things to pay attention to, right? As I have mentioned, the market is somewhat unregulated, and if you are not aware what to look for, what to buy, it is very high chance that whatever you buy is going to be a waste of your money, in the best case, and in the worst case, it would even cause you harm, and you are not even aware of that, unfortunately. So a few tips what to pay attention to in case of purchasing this kind of supplements, or any sort of supplements really. The number one thing to look for most probably is the price. And the truth is, the cheaper the product, most probably the quality is not the greatest. Yet at the same time, high price doesn't really mean that the quality of the product is really good. And so at the same time, with the price, look on the purity. If you look for single standing compounds such as calcium or magnesium, make sure that it is the only thing which is in the package, that is the only thing which is in the pill or whatever you buy, right? You would be shocked and just astonished sometimes what kind of stuff you can find in the pills, and you buy it in the best will, in the best trust, that you do yourself really a favor of enhancing your health, but unknowingly you may do also harm, really unintentionally. Now, I don't want to create the feeling or the impression that all the products which can be found on the market are just the bad. No, they are really good quality of producers who really pay attention on the appropriate dosage and the purity of the product as such, right? But you need to know who they are, and either you ask around or you make yourself research, but you need to be educated enough when going out and purchasing certain stuff, right? I have mentioned purity and the dosage is certainly one of the important things to look at. A lot of products do contain 3, 4, 5, 6-fold of daily recommended dosage for the human. And the daily recommended dosage has a meaning and has a justification, right? And so purchasing something which is 400, 500% of what we do need daily in one pill is not really the great thing to do. And you are not doing yourself any favor, and on contrary, you may do yourself a harm if you do take really that kind of high dosage of certain compound. For example, calcium, if you do it over a long period of time, it may cause you kidney stones, for example, right? And so the daily recommendation is there for a meaning. And if you do decide to purchase something from whatsoever reason in terms of supplement world, now make sure that you know how much is the recommended daily dosage for a human. And that would be the second thing to look for. Now the third thing, which make it perhaps most complicated, would be how certain vitamins and certain minerals or the micronutrients in general do influence each other or enhance each other. And so the calcium, which I have mentioned, right? The absorption of calcium is impacted by oxalates, by oxalate acid negatively. And so if you do take calcium, just make sure that you do not take it with the oxalate acid, meaning you do not eat spinach or the Swiss chard or any other oxalate high foods, which do impact it in a negative way, the absorption in a negative way, I mean. Some of the medication can influence the absorption of vitamins or minerals, or vice versa. Vitamins and minerals can impact the medication absorptions. And so if you do take medication, just pay attention to make at least 2 hours time frame between the medication intake and the supplements intake, right? So that would be the second one. And that would be how the vitamins and minerals work with each other, right? For example, magnesium and calcium are required for the best absorption in the certain ratio, 1:2. And so if you do take, for example, magnesium, but you are deficient in calcium, you would not be able to absorb it in that kind of, in the greatest amount. And so it is rather complex and it is rather complicated, and this is the reason why I do not support and do not encourage to take single standing industrially made compounds in a prophylactic, in a preventive way, because if you want to do it right, if you want to do it correctly, you need to be well educated on the brands there are, and there are so many, on the proper dosage and in the proper combination combination really of certain compounds, how they work together or how they do not work together. And so it can get quite complex. And now I don't want to create the impression that it's impossible to do it right. Absolutely not. And so food will be always superior to anything which is industrially made in form of supplement. If you take one thing from this whole video, let it be this one, that the food will be always superior to anything which is industrially made. And so that's the advice I would leave you with. Always choose for food. That's all for today. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.